to First Unity Spiritual Campus. So glad you're here. You know, you kind of feel for some of those other New Thought centers across the country because they have to wait to the peace song before they do their swaying. No, we're doing our moving and our swaying right from the very beginning, yes? Are you here to be alive today? To be fully alive and present in your energetic body?
Something got a hold of me. Oh, yes, it did one day. Something got a hold of me.
So now let's gather up all that energy. Because it's a new day. Yes.
Whew. I have to say, I am actually honored that I have had the opportunity to rub elbows with some great leaders. One of them being our very own Dr. Reverend Temple Hayes.
Hi, this is Jamie De La Luz, Youth and Family Minister of First Unity Spiritual Campus, and we are so excited about the Youth Expressing Spirit. Yes, our Youth and Family Ministry.
To be praised. And greatly to be praised.
Come on, y'all. At home.
God is great.
Come on and declare that thing in your house. And
greatly to be praised.
We're going to sing it again. The greatness of the Lord. Come on.
The greatness of the Lord is inconceivable.
The love that God shows.
The love that He shows is unconditional.
Power of our God.
Power of the Lord
is unbeatable. Yeah.
Great is the God we serve.
God is great.
God is great.
and greatly to be praised.
and greatly to be praised.
I can't hear you, social media. Come on, God.
God is great
And greatly to be praised.
and greatly to be praised.
Take it up, take it up. God is great.
God is great
Greatly.
and greatly to be praised.
God is
great
and she's greatly to be praised, yeah.
and greatly to be praised.
Take it up, take it up.
God is great,
Oh,
oh,
and greatly
to be praised.
yeah,
God is great,
oh,
oh,
greatly
greatly to be praised. Yes, God is great
greatly to be praised, yeah.
and greatly to be praised. God is great
God is great and greatly.
and greatly to be praised. God is great,
Oh,
oh,
let me hear you.
and greatly to be praised. God is great,
Oh,
oh, and greatly to be praised. God is great, and greatly to be praised. God is great, and greatly to be praised. God is great, oh, and greatly to be praised. God is great, oh, and greatly to be praised. God is great, and greatly to be praised. God is great, God is great, God is great,
and greatly, yeah.
and greatly to be praised.
Oh, wow. Absolutely amazing, right? Yeah, say out loud, God is great. And since I am made in the image and likeness of God, hello, that means I'm great too, yes? Yes, it all goes together, right? With God, you can't just play half or put a toe in. You got to put your whole self in, yes? I'd like to welcome you to the most innovative, energetic, electrifying spiritual community in the world. And we are delighted that you are here with us. And this is the kind of thing, if we're popping up on your Facebook and popping up in your consciousness, go ahead and push that watch party now, because trust me, this exceeds Tupperware 100-fold, if you're with me, all right? And so we're entering into a dimension now over this next hour that we invite you to let go of any of your preconceived ideas or thoughts or feelings about anything, and you just allow that space. Allow that space and be willing to keep your heart open, because we know, all of us know what it's like when our heart is closed. So let's open it up and be willing to be in a space. Yes, turn to your neighbor and your friend, your husband, your wife, your kitten at home, and say, my heart is open right now, this day. Thank you. Thank you. We want to honor our founders, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore. We give thanks their heart was open, or we would be doing something else this Sunday morning, yes? So please join me and stand wherever you are. And let us state the great invocation and permeate that throughout our world. We are now in the presence of pure being, and immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. We acknowledge thy presence and thy power, O blessed Spirit. In thy divine wisdom, now erase our mortal limitations, and from thy pure substance of love, bring into manifestation our world according to thy perfect law. It's like we talked about as a team this morning, the law's always working. It was working millions of years before we got here, so we want to learn how to go with it. You know what I mean? Don't spend your life questioning it. Spend your life saying, go with me. That's the point. Thank you for checking in on Facebook. We appreciate you and all the online viewers. We are very grateful that you participate with us. We have people that have been joining us from all over the world. I did want to let you know that thus far, last time I checked, the Pride Sunday has over 142,000 views. Bam. So, consciousness, that's the world we're talking about, right? It's not a world that needs to be changed, but a world that opens its heart because our hearts are open. And so we received a beautiful letter from someone, and I wanted to share that with you. Last month's services were so amazing. I watched them on Monday morning, and I'm in the UK. And it's a great start to my week. But I particularly wanted to let you know how I felt about your Pride service. It totally knocked me out. Woo! All of you contributed to giving such a clear vision and how true love and acceptance can look in life, with us all living side by side as ourselves and all of us benefiting from that. Although I haven't had to face the challenges you were describing, I could totally relate to your message to thank God for who I am right now. Yes, no more waiting to be perfect or get it right. So please pass this on to your whole team of how grateful I am. So we're very, very grateful with that and very blessed. We have a university online. We have courses that are also free to kind of give you a taste of what interests you. We also have 3 different ways to connect and for you to give and to watch us. And there's a slide that you can see right now. You can take a photo on it, you can screenshot it, or you can find it later on Facebook. That being said, we continue to be committed to doing our work with artists, healers, seekers, and activist. You know, one time, Eric, in your master piano playing, there was a person, an admirer, that walked up to a piano player and said, you know, I'd give my life to play a piano like that. And the piano player looked at the guy and said, actually, I have. So that being said, as we continue in the movement of Black Lives Matter, we want to honor those during the COVID era that we have said goodbye to: Little Richard, Betty Wright, Joseph Lowery, C.T. Vivian, and John Lewis, who were icons in the civil rights movement and traveled the energy with Martin Luther King Jr. And so we are honoring them, and let us take a moment of silence and say thank you. You were willing to give your life to what you believed. Thank you. When we say to somebody on this plane, the best thing we can do as a gift to them is make their lives matter because we continue to do the work. Speaking of the work, please give a warm welcome to Reverend Christie Hardwick.
I had my whole day planned. I had my whole day planned in an ordinary way. First this, then that. The simple comfort of fresh coffee, a fresh page, the air new. The morning broke into a million tiny pieces when I read the words, "He passed." Oh no, not him. Who will lead good trouble now? He once crossed a bridge where a boot met his face, a bridge they want to rename for him. I crossed that bridge too. He was with me then. He is with me now. Thank God we cannot be separated. He is gone, and he is with me. The power of and. We sometimes get hung up on the tyranny of the or. It's either this or that. I can have this or I can have that. I can be this or I can be that. But with Spirit, it's unlimited and it's and.
And
In the world, right now, we are all dealing with something. In the world right now, we are all dealing with something. We are constantly dealing with something.
even if it's a microphone.
Even if it's a mic. We are always dealing with something. In every moment we have choices. We have this tyranny of the or. I can either be sad, or I can be angry, or I can be proud, or I can be in grief. But there's and. In this moment, as I move through my day and as you move through your day, imagine this. You don't have to choose between joy and justice. You don't have to choose between being vulnerable and being valuable. You can do both because Spirit is unlimited, and the way we express our humanness is that we feel the joy, we feel the gratitude in our day, we feel everything. And when the sadness comes, we let it run through us. It's life also. And when I feel vulnerable as a leader, it doesn't mean I've lost my stuff and I can't do my job. It means I am a leader, I'm vulnerable, and I'm valuable in my vulnerability. Because our humanity is the gift. Yes, we're spiritual beings. And we're here to have the human experience. We are God expressing itself in every way. And we get to be here to do this right here and right now. And what an opportunity it is. And so it is. Thank you.
Hold on, my brother.
it keeps getting better and better here at First Unity Spiritual Campus in St. Petersburg. We are taught in Science of Mind and New Thought that we need to come from a place of first cause if we want to see changes in our lives. But how do you do that? Especially when there's all this stuff going on out there in effect. Well, I was taught that we step out of that effect and we step into first cause within our being. Ron and I, my husband Ron and I, have been having this discussion for a couple of weeks. And the discussion goes like this. Do we create our abundance or do we create limitations? Well, obviously, we don't create abundance because it's already here. We realize it. We don't create prosperity. We don't create relationships. It's already here. But we do create our limitations. And how we do that is by being in effect instead of first cause, here. I want to share with you a true story of a young girl. At the age of 6, she was told that she needed to be left behind in her class because she was born on the wrong day. At the age of 7, at choir practice, she was told to just move her lips. Don't let any sound come out because, darling, you don't have a voice. At the age of 24, she had decided to go to college and work full-time as a cocktail waitress. She had 2 failed marriages by the time she was 24. At the age of 25, on her birthday, her dad said, "You think you're so special? You'll never keep a job, you'll never hold on to a man, and you'll never make anything of yourself." A couple months later, a red book fell into her lap, a shiny red book, The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Shen. And this young girl read. She read, "I am the daughter of a rich king. My heavenly Father has everything prepared for me. As a matter of fact, all the treasures of heaven are mine now." She read, "Life is not a battle. Life is a game. And the rules to this game are clearly written in the Bible. Do unto others as you want done unto yourself. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will open." Well, about 40 years since that young girl read the book, she has a husband of 28 years. She married her best friend. She doesn't have a job. She didn't keep a job. What she did was manifest a business for 30 years. And that young girl made something of herself. She became someone. She's an influencer in the business community and the spiritual community. That young girl was me. It's me. And today, this day, I stand here sharing with all of you. What I'm sharing for myself, I am sharing for you. I have a voice. You have a voice. We have a voice. And I'm not singing with the choir today. I am preaching to the choir that today and every day we all can choose to play the game of life by being first cause. First cause, going within, deciding, making that decision, not listening to that out there, creating it in here within your being. Yes, we play together the game of life by being first cause. Thank you.
worn and weary land where many a dream has died. Like a tree planted by the water, we never will run dry. So living water flowing through, God, we thirst for more of you. Fill our hearts and flood our souls with one desire, just to know you and to make you known. Lift your name on high, shine like the sun, make darkness run and hide. We know we were made for so much more than ordinary life. It's time for us to more than just survive. We were made to thrive. Whoa, into your world we're digging deep to know our Father's heart. Into the world we're reaching out to show them who you are. So living water flowing through, God, we thirst for more of you. Fill our hearts and flood our souls with one desire, just to know you and to make you known. We lift your name on high, shine like the sun, make darkness run and hide. We know we were made for so much more than ordinary lives. It's time for us to more than just survive. We were made to thrive. Joy unspeakable, faith unsinkable, love unstoppable, anything is possible. Joy unspeakable, faith unsinkable, love unstoppable, anything is possible. Joy unspeakable, faith unsinkable, love unstoppable, anything is possible. Joy unspeakable, faith unsinkable, love unstoppable, anything is possible. Just to know you and to make you known, we lift your name on high. Shine like the sun, make darkness run and hide. We know we were made for so much more than ordinary lives. It's time for us to more than just survive. We were made to thrive. Whoa.
Each morning I walk about 3.5 miles. It takes me 45 minutes to an hour. I spend that time in affirmative prayer, setting my day, setting my life, setting my relationship. And As I pray this morning with you, I just want to not reset everything. I'm going to not move my feet. I'm not going to spend an hour, but I'm going to do my affirmative prayer. I was sent. I am the sent one. I was sent here to be the manifestation of the one who sent me, of the only one. I am the sent one. I am here with all of the power of that who sent me. I am the absolute. I am the manifestation of the absolute, as each of us are. There's nothing else to be. God is, I am. I am, God is. Today, I'm most grateful. I'm most grateful for my knowledge of who I am, so that I know that my word is truth. My word is powerful. My word is law. Today, I am most grateful, knowing that the rest of my year is the best of my year. It gets better and better for each and every one of us. The rest of my life is the best of my life. As the song said earlier, it gets better and better. The rest of my relationship is the best of my relationship. Here we go, as the child of God, as what Myrtle Fillmore knew the truth for us to be, the child of God. There's nothing else for me to be. I am grateful for that. I am grateful for the knowledge of that. I am grateful, grateful, grateful. And I am grateful that I live in this kingdom of heaven that Jesus put me in. Each of us inside. The kingdom of heaven is within. It is ever expanding good. That is all I see. That is all that I know, is ever expanding good. It all expands. I see my abundance, whatever I have. I'm grateful for it, and I'm grateful for expanding and getting better and better. I am grateful for my health, for the wellness that I see in me and everyone else. And I see it expanding and getting better and better. I see, and I know that there's love out there in this nation. I know that there's harmony and peace, and it's there, and it is expanding. It is getting better and better. I see it more. I am going to hear more people today saying, I love you. I appreciate you. I see you. I hear you. I don't have a problem calling your name and all of the other names. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's be in gratitude in this kingdom of heaven that we live in. I am most grateful. And I know who each one of us are. When we ask, we receive. When we seek, we find. When we knock on a door, the door is open, because there is nobody there for us that we can choose to be grateful for other than the one who has a conspiracy that I have everything that I want in life, and that it comes to each and one of us as simple, easy, prosperous, and fun. And today I have fun, and I know it is getting better and better and easier and expanding, and so it is. Okay.
Woo! The Reverend told us it's going to get better.
It's going to get better.
Now we're going to sing it to you. Come on. Put your hands together. We're encouraging you again today. People come. And people go. People go. Your life has been out of control. You're confused. But don't worry yourself. It will get better. Oh yeah.
Right? Just incredible, yes? Give everybody a hand that has offered you their talents today. And oh my gosh, what a blessing. And it's just loved it. This is the place to be on Sunday morning and any day of the week that you can get in, right? It's just absolutely amazing. I just feel so blessed by all of you. So the little boy finds the family Bible and he starts scrolling through it. And he looks and pops out an old leaf. And so he yells to his mom in the other room. He said, "Mommy, Mommy, I found something in the Bible. I found something in the Bible." And she said, "Well, son, what is it?" He said, "I'm not really sure. I think it might be Adam's underwear." You see, he was responding on what he had heard. He was responding by what he thought he knew. And he was responding according to his experiences. And often, that is what we do, isn't it? We are responding by our past experiences, what we learned in the past, what we were told in the past. We're responding to that versus what is the possibility now. What is best is what I want to share with you today. It's the learning of the what is best has a reference point as far as something that happened before or something that we heard before. But the truth of the matter is something that is yet to be experienced. Alvin Toffler said that the illiterate of the 21st century is not people that cannot read and write. It's people that have lost the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Right? It's as people, we want to learn, unlearn, and relearn so that we have an entirely different window of what our experience could be. That is the teaching of unity every week, is it not? That is the teaching of new thought all the time, is often subtract out. As Meister Eckhart would say, that spirituality isn't always addition, a new product, a new thing, a new that, a new class, a new credential, though they are very vibrant if you choose to be part of that. But the biggest part is what are you willing to let go of to make room for all of those things. As Reverend Christie said, it's not either or, it's simply and. I love the story of the man looking at the older guy fishing there on the bank, and he keeps observing him. Every time he catches a big fish, he puts it down and he holds it. Looks like a ruler. He holds it to this ruler and he looks at it, and then he throws it back in the water. And time again, he kept doing this. And he's like, what in the world? You know, isn't the goal to like have big fish? I'm confused, you know. So he starts working in his mind, and so he says to the guy on the bank, I know it's not my business, but I see you keep catching these large fish and you keep putting it down. I think it's a ruler, and then you throw it back in. And the man turns and says, yeah. He said, I do that. He said, because that's the size of my pan. That we're talking today about the size of our capacity to expand ourselves in the best of times if we hold that in our hearts, you see. That's what we are carrying. And I know that many of you, based on the comments that have come to me, and I know I did as well, I felt like we were going through a season of learning about a new virus, and we would be looking at it for a month, and then it would just be over. We had it all figured out. As we like to do in our humanity, we like to figure it out, and we like to go with what we've known, and we'd like to say, this would be over really, really soon. And here we are, that we continue in 2020, and we're exploring and we're expanding. And I want to tell you a cute little story, because to me it really helps me. Storytelling keeps your vision on track, okay? So a woman's watching the news and she hears that there's a madman okay, going the opposite way on the interstate. And it's making all the channels breaking news. And so she picks up the cell phone and she calls her husband. She says, honey, I want you to know when you get on that interstate, I want you to be aware that there's somebody going the opposite way. And be aware and be safe. And he says, honey, thank you, but there's not just one. There's hundreds of them coming at me. And the reason I say this is that I really want you to take this to prayer. Because right now, you have 100 opinions coming at you. You have 100 different ideas. You have things that you read in this magazine. And now the new thing is they debate which one is most accurate or that we can depend on. And so what that means is that we've all started going outside again, outside of our own inner knowing. It means that we're starting to question. It means that we are losing the trust. It means that we have moved we're using wisdom, but we have moved somewhat away from first cause because we're starting to be facts gatherers versus knowing beings. Do you understand the difference? And because I can tell you safely through history that has been true since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time, people have been inundated with opinions, even if they lived in a little tribe. Somebody would say it's going to rain and storm and we're going to die, and other people would say, no, it's going to rain and maybe it means we're to move our cave. Since the beginning of time, people have had their thoughts and their ideas. What really, really, really grounds a spiritual being is to be immersed in the belief system of what is true and possible for you. Are you with me? And so it's great if you want to look to all these things and these ideas and who's really saying it and who really means well, but at the end of the day, you still get into it is done unto you as you believe. I am still coming from first cause. There is one presence and one power in the universe. It's not COVID, it's not alcohol, it's not children acting up. There is one presence and one power in the universe, and that is the presence and power of God, our Creator. Yes? And so we remind ourselves of that. And in Scripture, in 3 John 2 through 5, it says that, Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospers. You know what that says to me? That it really is, it's about my soul. Because I've said this before, when you get into your personality, myself included, you can sit down and make yourself a mess. You know what I mean? You can just be all dramatizing and featuretizing and chocolatizing and all of that stuff, you see. But when you go to a place of the quiet, if you go to the place of the awareness of nature, if you go to the place of that inner dwelling place and you go in that space and you live in that place comfortably, you will be very, very clear. You'll be very clear, right? That as a soul, all is well. And in that, you dwell in that divine wisdom. We don't say the great evocation every week because it sounds good and we don't have anything else to fill in that spot. We really mean we live in that, you see. And I acknowledge thy presence and thy power. My soul acknowledges that it is all there for the taking. And in that, the divine wisdom comes in and tells me what I need to do. I need to do. Not that I'm going to do it like someone else did it. Think of David and Goliath, would you? Go there for a minute. Think of David and Goliath. What did David, when he realized he was taking on this huge giant, what did he start doing at first? Well, he started doing what everybody was telling him he ought to do. Right? Everybody was telling him, no, well, if you're going to go after, that big giant, then you need to wear armor, and this is what you're going to need, because otherwise you're not going to be able to do it. Right? And as he started becoming like somebody else and doing what somebody else said, although it might have worked for them, what started happening? It was weakening him, was it not? And so what does he go back to? Does anybody remember that? What does he go back to? He goes back to what he knows. He goes back to what he's good at. He goes back to what he believes in. He goes back to what lights him up. He goes back to knowing the truth that he was chosen to take on the giant. And from that, he goes back to his essence. And he became so big, I would have loved to have seen his chakra because it would have hit you in the face in the crowd. Because he said, what am I doing? I see this all the time with leaders. They're wanting to be like Beckwith or this one or that one, or they want to sing like this one or that one, or they want to raise their children like this one or that one. It's your job to do it using what you know. And that is what affects, influences, and is about transformation to this planet. Yes, that's the part that we know and live. And you can be easily influenced. We were flying to New York, and we were so excited. And Barbara's sister, her daughter, had gotten a new apartment there on the west side, and so we were so excited, and we were going to see it, and we were like, oh, family, and we're in New York, and oh my gosh, and it's so fun, and we were just kind of floating a little bit, and so then we're in the lobby with her sister Celeste, and we're waiting around, and when's she going to get home? Well, she'll be home in a few minutes. But, oh, look, there's the dog walker with her dog. And we looked out there, and there's a Maltipoo, and it's like, that's Lexi? And Celeste said, yeah, that's the dog walker walking, the dog before she gets home. And so we're going, oh, my gosh, well, we want to go see her. We want to go see her. So we go running out of the lobby. We run up to the dog walker. We're saying, Lexi, kissy, kissy, how are you? How you doing? This is long before social distancing. And we're like, Lexi, kissy, 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 puppy, puppy. And the guy's not really interacting with us at all. And all of a sudden, Barbara's sister says, that's not really Lexi. I played a trick on you. Can you imagine that guy and the dog belonging to him, right? But my point, you see, you can be easily influenced. You can be easily influenced. In 1992, I was to go before the board of Religious Science International. I had been waiting since I was 5 years old for all this to make sense. And here I am. I'm going before a panel that's going to give a stamp, move forward, or stay home. And it was very interesting with the rest of my classmates because they were already talking about how many books they were going to read, what they needed to study, what they needed to catch up on. And they were so in their fear. They were so in that, and what are we going to do? And they would come out the door and they would say, gosh, you won't believe it, Temple. They asked me like 70 questions. And they asked me all this stuff about, the Holy Spirit in religious science. And I was so confused and I was so nervous and I was just blah, blah, blah. Well, I didn't want to say to any of them what my experience was. Because I walk in the door, I tell the panel hi, I thank them for doing their work, and I start talking about what I was already doing. And I started telling them about how our community, I was pioneering it, and how we had already doubled in size and how it was going, and people were excited, and we were filling our dreams, and blah, blah, blah. And she asked me one question, is that a problem for your boyfriend? And I said, not for me. And they all cracked up and said, keep doing what you're doing. I say that not to impress you, but to impress upon you. Show us your life. Not your words, that's nice. Not how you can answer a question. Not if you know in a leaf it's Adam's underwear or what it might be. Let us see your life. What's happening? What are you expressing? Are you expressing abundance coming through you, as the Flanois have said? Or are you expressing these limitations, these perceived, something's against me, something's not going to give me the stamp of approval? Are you immersed in the spirit of knowing the presence and power of God? Yes? It's about being in action. It's like Alice in the Looking Glass, as the queen's observing her and what she's already shaping into being. And the queen says, when I was your age, I had already thought of 6 impossible things before breakfast. And she goes, oh, I don't know that I can do that. I mean, the fact that a man, a human person, wanted to show everybody what spiritual law was really about, which to me is what we're doing every week. Okay? We're not following human law. It's all nice, and we honor it, but we're living off of spiritual law. And that man would rise out of a cave, wouldn't he? And there would be a movement that was created that has been one of the most noted movements in the world. Yes? And when you think about something else impossible, you think about a tin can that people got in and it took them to the moon. Or you think about a tunnel that goes from one country, one city to another. It doesn't leak and people travel in it. Want to talk about impossible? And you think that same energy cannot heal something with you? You think that same energy can't heal this virus? You think that same energy can't do a correct? In the now of what is what is, and we all align with that instead of talking about and running around on the gerbil wheel of who's telling me the truth, who do I watch, what do I tune into, and oh, tell me what I'm supposed to do or where I'm supposed to go or how I'm supposed to travel. You think if we took all that energy on the collective and we put it into one energy and laser focused and said, we've received our lessons. We have received our lessons. We have made viable changes, and we are complete. Let's move on. And if you're feeling incomplete and in that space, then please do what needs to be done this week so we can be complete. But let's hold the space in that direction, because that's where the truth is. That's where your soul is. That's where the alignment is. And anything else is just frou-frou and fluff-fluff and a moo-moo dress. Right? I know. I want to go to another level, and I want to talk about how wearing masks aren't hard. Wearing girdles are, but I'll just keep it. Something's wanting to channel through me. It might be Reverend Wanda. You know, you gotta watch her. But I'll leave it with you today. A man was angry because he didn't like his job. A man was angry because there wasn't happiness in his family. A man was angry because he saw very clearly, he saw how this COVID was destroying so many things. He was so angry, he was so mad, so angry about his world feeling off. And he goes outside and he screams at God. What is wrong with you? God, what is wrong with you? I've been asking you for guidance. I've been asking you for help. I've been telling you we need this. I need this. This ought to happen. I've been saying, why don't you take care of this? And you're doing nothing. And the sky parts. And God said, yes, I did. I sent you. I sent you. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you.
Hi, family. The First Unity. It's the Owens family.
Hi.
We have little Violet with us. What'd you say?
We want to do our fifth mini, but we love you all. But
we do love you all. We're going to talk about our gratitudes today. Kelson, you're the best gratitude person in the household. What are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful for my life is God's news.
Yeah? You're grateful for your life, God?
What is your favorite?
What's my favorite? I'm grateful for you and this family and all the families of First Unity and First Unity Spiritual Campus for making sure we can have church at home. Do we like church at home? We want to get back to church, but we like it that it's here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them see.
Yeah.
So bye.
We're not quite done yet. Mama, what are you grateful for today?
I am grateful for my healthy, growing family, and I'm grateful for our wonderful spiritual home and just being here today.
Violet, what are you grateful for?
She's grateful for milk, dry diapers.
Regular feedings and dry
Passies.
diapers. I'm super grateful for this campus, the AV team, Dr. Reverend Temple Hayes, all the chaplains, everyone holding this entire community, global community in prayer. And we're just so happy that although the doors are closed, we can truly feel that the hearts are open at First Unity. And we're blessed to be able to watch 11:30 on Sundays and all the great stuff throughout the week, the meditations, the prayers at 1:11 that you'll be able to participate in today on the Zoom call. All right, so that's about it. Just some gratitude for today. Do we have anything else to say?
We want congratulations, but we like church. Do you like church?
He's interviewing you.
I do.
How is your grown family?
My what?
Your grown family.
How's my growing family? Well, I don't know. We're right here. How are we doing?
We're doing great, right?
Yeah. How is your growing family?
My growing family is amazing.
We love our young ones. We really need to be like our young ones. I go throughout my day and sometimes I miss the lessons that these little ones give us about being present and being love and learning and being imaginative. And
we like playing Super Mario too.
We do like playing Super Mario also. So we like to have fun. Okay, well, the Owens family, we say goodbye and hi to all the First Unity families. See you later.
What are we doing, Dan?
I'm going to waste a little time for a second here.
All right.
Time. Oh, so should find somebody who'd never go. How could I know? None I found was true. None could be but you, the only one, love divine. My heart, my mind are yours everywhere I go. I see your face through the crowd. Everywhere I go, I hear your voice clear and loud. Everywhere I go, you are the light that I see. Everywhere I go, you have found me. Where could my heart go? Where you would know to find me, far, far from here. Still you are near to me. Everywhere I go, I see your face through the crowd. Everywhere I go, I hear your voice clear and loud. Everywhere I go, you are the light that I see. Everywhere I go, you have found me. see your face through the crowd. Everywhere I go, I hear your voice clear and loud. Everywhere I go, you are the light that I see. Everywhere I go, you have found me.
There we go, and here I go. Thank you very much for joining us this Sunday morning. What a beautiful time. You have not stumbled by accident. If you're watching us for the first time online, you've not just stumbled by this church by accident. If you're local, we can't wait to make you part of the family or have you want to be a part of this family. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Wow. We want to say thank you very much for those who have stayed faithful during this pandemic, as they've called it. I call it just a bump in the road. But we thank you very much for staying faithful. And maybe you haven't. This has been your church online or your spiritual community online. Maybe you want to be a part of this ministry and you ask, how can I be a part of this ministry? Well, until we are allowed to come back together physically, you can always text to give online. And thank you very much for those who have stayed faithful, for text giving online and writing us love notes and writing us checks and put it in the mail. Anyway, take a deep breath in. Exhale. It's the universe giving you a kiss back. And I'll just let you know I was in Atlanta last week where it was 100 degrees. So I came back to St. Petersburg yesterday where it was 96 degrees. Give thanks for the small things. But thank you very much for joining us today.
Oh, hello, First Unity community. And now we are a truly global ministry. We have people joining us from all over. And I want you to know that we have a free gift for you. So just go to our website, firstunity.org, put in /free gift, and you will find a free gift. Our influencer last week was Bishop Carlton Pearson, and our free gift this month is a companion workbook to go along with his book. God is not a Muslim, a Jew, a Christian. God is within us, as us, and around us. So it's a workbook, a companion workbook that was written by Reverend Richard Boggs, and that is our free gift to you this month. So go to firstunity.org, free gift. And now we have the Institute for Leadership and Lifelong Learning International. The website is www.illi.org, and we have a free abundance class for you by Reverend Christie Hardwick right there. So go to illi.org and download your free 40-day abundance class today and get started on accepting all of that abundance that is already here. You just have to allow and accept it. I hope you joined us early this morning at 11 a.m. We have the First Unity View. It's a pre-service conversation with Reverend Dr. Temple Hayes, me, and Reverend Wanda, Nero, Butler, and some of the other spiritual leadership team join us occasionally. So make sure that you're joining us before service for that at 11 a.m. on our Facebook page. And next Sunday is another Influencer Sunday. We have Florence Ann Romano joining us. If you've heard of her, she is the Windy City Nanny. So Google that, take a look, and she is going to be with us live via live stream next week at our 11:30 Sunday celebration service. So I know you don't want to miss it. And tomorrow on Monday, Reverend Aileen will be doing yoga at 6 o'clock. And then after yoga, we have Natural Healing for Depression and Anxiety by Dr. Debbie Roche. It's a Zoom class, and it's tomorrow at 7:15. And I know a lot of people have been anxious during this time. She has some solutions for you, natural healing for depression and anxiety during this time. You're going to want to join it, and you can join it for any amount of a donation at all, and you will get all the Zoom information. So take a look on our website, firstunity.org, put in natural healing for anxiety and depression, and it will take you right straight to that page, and you can get your ticket for that. And so that's our announcements for First Unity Spiritual Campus. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, now we're going to do the peace song.
That's it. We're now going to sing the peace song and really hold that, envelop the world in your consciousness. Remember, we're going to start having a laser-focused energy of affirmative prayer. So here we go. Go, band. Take us on.
Now there is peace on earth, and it has begun with me. Now there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Now there is peace on earth. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each other and live each other in peace eternally. Now there is peace on earth, and it has
Let us affirm together our unity prayer. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love. The power of God protects us. I am the power. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. For God is amazing, and all the time. God bless you, everyone. Have a tremendous week.
All right, everybody, let's get happy!
Crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon, I could go to space. In the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy, I belong if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, I belong if you feel that's what you wanna do. Because I'm happy, I belong if you know what happiness is to you. Yeah. Because I'm happy, I belong if you feel if that's what you wanna. Here comes bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got, ain't no holding back. Yeah. I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. Yeah. No thanks to you, don't waste your time. Here's why, because I'm happy, I belong if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, I belong if you feel that's what you wanna do. Because I'm happy, I belong if you know what happiness means to you. Yeah. Because I'm happy, I belong if you feel if that's what you wanna do. Come on, can't bring me down, I can't nothing. Bring me down, I said my level's too high. Can't bring me down, I can't nothing. Bring me down, I said my level's too high. Can't bring me down, no can't nothing. Bring me down, I said my level's too high. Can't bring me down, no can't nothing bring me down. Come on.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel happiness is the truth.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you know what happiness means to you, yeah.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel that's what you want to do.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel happiness is the truth.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel that that's what you want to do.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you know what happiness is to you, yeah.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel that that's what you want to do. Break it down. Bring me down, I can't nothing. Bring me down, I said my level too high. Can't bring me down, no can't nothing. Bring me down, I said my level too high. Hey, because I'm because I'm if you feel if that's what you want to do. Happy. Woo! Happy. We happy. We happy.
We greet you from the most innovative, most inspirational spiritual community in the world.
Please remember that we need your continued financial support more than ever. We practice prosperity principles and trust you will continue to give from your heart as you can.
Let's gather up all that energy.
You can text to give on your cell phone at 727-800-3493.
After texting our 10-digit number, you will receive a registration link. Click the link and enter your contact and payment information and tap process. After registration is complete, you will receive a verification text as well as a receipt via email. For future giving, simply send a text with the amount you wish to give and it will process automatically. If your credit card information changes, simply text EDIT to change your card on file. We are grateful to you beyond measure for your continued donations to keep our community thriving. Our doors may be closed, but our hearts are open.